hope you get a chance to set up your own plane and get some of your lovies or stuffed animals to participate, because this next part takes a lot of imagination and we're really good at it. So I hope you're having fun at home and you set up your own little plane. So I want to talk about where we've been and where we're going. We started right here in Chicago. We flew down to Mexico, and then we went across the ocean on a really long flight to Italy. Remember, Italy is in the shape of a boot. And now we're gonna have our shortest plane ride right up here to Germany. Not too long. Maybe I would say like a 3 or 4 hour flight. Oh, Mrs. Rapp. All right, so let's get out your ticket. Get out your ticket for Germany. Get your suitcase and get your passport. You need 3 things: ticket, suitcase, and passport. Now, once you have those things, you can get in line to go through security. All right, next. Hello.
Hello.
Where are you headed to?
To Germany.
Oh, okay, let's see. Yep, I've got your ticket. Now, you don't have any water bottles in here, nail files, anything like that?
I don't think so.
All right, let's send it through the scanner. Beep. Oh, you're all good. All right, let me see. Is this really you? All right, ma'am, looks good. I'm gonna put your passport back in your special pocket. Now you can take your carry-on luggage with you, and you will need to get in line, and your flight attendant will take your ticket at the entrance to the flight.
Thank you.
Right this way aboard Rapp Airlines. Hello.
Hello.
Well, you can have a seat in any of the open seats. Our pilot today is Pigeon. Pigeon wants to fly the plane. Hello, everybody. I'm your captain speaking. We will have a short flight to Germany. Please wear your seatbelt at all times and keep your luggage under your seat. I will be your flight attendant. I'm Miss Susie. You can call me Miss Susie. All right, we're getting ready for takeoff. This is your Captain Pigeon speaking. I will be going down the runway. It's going to be a little bumpy, but then we should get up in the air pretty quickly. Our flight time is 1 hour and 43 minutes, or I'm sorry, 3 hours and 43 minutes. Here we go, down the runway. Bump, 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 bump. Oh, going up. All right, this is your Captain Pigeon. Enjoy the flight. Our flight attendant will come around to offer you a beverage and a small snack because our flight isn't too long. Hi, what can I get you, Mr. Snake? Oh, would you like a coffee? Okay, there you go. Would you like a bagel? Oh, all right. Would you like some pretzels? Piggy and elephant? Would you like some pretzels, or would you like a orange juice? Oh, pretzels for you. Oh no, peanuts for you. Pretzels for you. Here, have some water. Okay. Oh, Knuffle Buddy, what can I get for you? Oh, there you go. You want some pretzels? Oh, you want a Coke? I don't think you should drink pop. Are you sure? Better ask your mom. Orange juice for you. Okay. Oh, is this your baby?
Yes, it is.
Aw, does the baby need anything?
No, she's okay.
Okay. What can I get for you?
Can I please have chocolate chip cookies?
I won't have it. I just have peanuts or pretzels.
Darn it, I'll have pretzels.
All right, here's some pretzels.
Thank
Would you like
you.
water?
Yes, please.
Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
All right, enjoy your flight. This is your captain speaking. I'm going to put on a short movie while you enjoy your snack. We will be heading into turbulence. Make sure your seatbelt is on. There'll be some slight bumping. Whew, okay, we made it through that. Now we're going to be landing very shortly. Please have your tray bags up and your seatbelts tightened and prepare for landing. Going down. And boom, 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 boom. This is your Captain Pigeon speaking. Thank you for enjoying Rapp Airlines. Please remain seated until your flight attendant exits your row. Well, big door. All right, ma'am. Come on out. Please get in line for customs.
Okay.
All right, ma'am.
Oh.
Next. Passport, please.
Oh,
And why are you in Germany?
for a vacation
How long are you planning on to staying?
for 5 days.
All right, you could do that. I'm gonna give you a stamp. Now, boys and girls, get your stamp out that looks like this. Get your stamp out. Remember the German flag. Where'd the other one go, Mrs. Bill?
Oh, it's underneath your wheels.
It is? There we go. All right. All right, ma'am. You are going to get a stamp for Germany. You're allowed to stay here for 5 days. Are you going to visit our Kris Kringle markets?
That's where I'm heading right away.
Well, they're very nice. They're outdoor, they're decorated for Christmas, and they're very nice to see in Germany.
I can't wait.
All right. May I see your suitcase, please?
Yes.
All right. Are you prepared for your trip to Germany? Did you finish your German sheet?
I colored the German flag.
All right, let's find your German sheet. There it is. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna put your ticket there. It's always good to save your memories. Boys and girls, glue your ticket on your German page. Then you'll have it to remember our trip to Germany. Put your passport back in your suitcase. All right, ma'am, please enjoy our Kris Kringle market.
Thank you.
When it comes to traditional holiday images, Germany's Bavaria is the heartland. Here, we'll savor classic holiday themes, glittering trees, old-time carols, and colorful Christmas markets. These markets, called Christkindl markets, enliven squares throughout Germany. The most famous is here in Nuremberg. It's a festive swirl of the heartwarming sights, sounds, and smells of Christmas. Long a center of toy making in Germany, a woody and traditional ambiance prevails. Nutcrackers are characters of authority, uniformed, strong-jawed, and able to crack the tough nuts. Smokers, with their fragrant incense wafting, feature common folk like this village toy maker. Prune people, with their fig body, walnut head, and prune limbs, are dolled up in Bavarian folk costumes. And hovering above it all is the golden Rausch angel, an icon of Christmas in Nuremberg. Rausch is the sound of wind blowing through its wings. It's a favorite for capping family Christmas trees. Bakeries crank out old-fashioned gingerbread, the Lebkuchen Nuremberg, using the original 17th century recipe. Back then, Nuremberg was the gingerbread capital of the world, and its love affair with gingerbread lives on. Shoppers can also munch the famous Nuremberg bratwurst, skinny as your little finger, and sip hot-spiced wine. As in so many cultures, kids love their local version of Santa Claus. While Santa is a legend, his character is based on St. Nicholas.
All right. So I really wanted you to see. Now, did you have fun pretending with your stuffed animals like Mrs. Dale and I were just pretending? You could always stop the video if you're not done pretending and you want to do more pretending. It's really fun to pretend. I wanted you to see what the Kris Kringle markets look like. And they started to talk about St. Nicholas, but we're going to talk about that next week like I told you earlier. Now, we're going to do one more thing before we stop this video. And then the last video is going to be something super fun. Did you hear in the video where they were talking about Lebkuchen? Lebkuchen is gingerbread. We talked about that a little bit earlier. We're going to do something super fun in our next video. So for right now, let's go over to see what we need to get out of our bag. Can I use the...
Oh, yes.
All right, so the first thing I want you to get out is I want you to get out this. It says Christmas in Germany. And we're going to go over our facts one more time. Merry Christmas, we say Frohliche Weihnachten. We talked about that it was cold in Germany during Christmas time and that they have the story of baby Jesus' birth just like us. And that the Germans are the ones that started the Christmas tree. They also do Advent wreaths like us. They have Advent calendars like us. And St. Nicholas Day, they also celebrate, like some of us over here. Some of you may, some of you may not. And then we talked about gingerbread, or Lebkuchen, how they say it in Germany, and then the Three Kings. So a lot of the traditions in Germany are very similar to us. All right, so what you're going to do with this sheet is you're going to find the page that had your German page. There we go. And then turn to the next blank page after that. And I actually already did it, but you're going to take your paper, and I would probably trim it down a little bit. One way you can do it is you can fold it in half, like this. So fold your fact sheet in half, and then you can trim it off a little bit. I could hold it up to the light so I don't cut off any other of the words. Just kind of trim it down a little bit so that it's not taking up too much room in our book, okay? And then, here, I'll take this one off. That's an old one that I did a long time ago. And then you can put your fact sheet in there. Now remember, when we put our fact sheet in there, we can't put glue all over it. You're only going to put glue on the bottom half of the fold. So the bottom half of the fold. And then that way, when you want to remember your facts that you learned in Germany, you can just turn to the page and open it up and read it, okay? This is just so it fits nicely in your book. All right, then after the next page, we're going to do, so after you do your facts sheet, the next blank page will be here. And for this next page, I want to talk about, we've talked about the patron saint of everywhere we have gone. We have talked about St. Joseph for Italy. We have talked about Our Lady of Guadalupe for Mexico. Well, in Germany, their patron saint, or their saint of their country, is Saint Boniface. And look what he has in his hand. Do you know what that is? That's an axe. And this is a what? Christmas tree. And I have to tell you, there's a couple different stories about Saint Boniface. And I'm going to tell you my favorite story second. So my least favorite story that I know is Saint Boniface went to Germany. I believe he was from England, and he decided he was going to go to Germany and he was going to tell everybody about Jesus and God and Mary. And the people over there in Germany were not doing good about believing in God. They had a tree that they called, I think, the Big Oak Thunder, and they were saying, "Whoa, this tree is our God." What? A tree can't be a God. Well, Saint Boniface got so angry that they were treating this big tree like a god that he chopped it down. And they were mad. But he told them, trees are not God. Trees are beautiful and made by God, but they are not God. So that's one story about Saint Boniface. Another story, my favorite story of Saint Boniface, is that he was walking through the forest. And this is how he got the idea of the Christmas tree. Saint Boniface was walking through the forest, and it was kind of one of those nights where you can see all the stars in the sky. The moon was out really bright. It was a cold night. He was taking a walk through the forest, and all these big Christmas trees were in the forest. And at one point, he looked at this big Christmas tree, and the stars were so bright that night that he could see the stars shining through the tree. And that's what gave him the idea to put lights on Christmas trees. That's how we got the tradition of Christmas trees, because it was so beautiful when he was walking through the forest. When he saw this big tree and the stars were shining through, he thought, wow, this is beautiful. And that's how the Christmas tradition of the tree started. So Saint Boniface is the patron saint of Germany. Now, let's get out our crayons. Let's get out this sheet. And let's do some nice coloring. If you want to color the entire page, good for you. If you don't, let's just pick a couple things at least. Let's at least pick 2 things. I'm going to color the tree green. You pick 2 things at the very least that you want to color, okay? I'm going to color the tree green. I hope you're coloring. Let's make it look beautiful. Because remember, saints are so special. Do you remember what we do? You know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to take yellow and I'm going to make him a saint halo. Remember how we have those? I'm going to put that around his head because he's a saint. And then I'm also going to color a little bit more. I want to color his axe. I'm going to make the blade like a silver gray. And then I'm going to use some brown for the handle. Now I think I'm going to stop coloring here, but if you want to finish coloring the entire St. Boniface page, good for you, proud of you. If you don't want to color more, that's okay. And if you're still coloring, this is when you probably need to pause the video, okay? You can pause the video and take your time coloring St. Boniface. Because remember, we want to make saints look beautiful. So if you're tired of coloring, just do a little bit of coloring that's neat. If you love coloring, you want to do more, finish the whole page, okay? Now, we have to cut it down again because it's too big for our book. And the good thing about St. Boniface sheet, it has a lot of room up here. So I'm just going to cut off the whole top just so it can fit in our book. And then there's some room at the bottom. I don't want to cut off these words because it says patron saint of Germany, St. Boniface. So then I'm just going to make sure I don't cut off those words. And then I'm going to trim a little bit on the side because I have a little bit of room here. And I'm gonna see how it fits. Yeah, that's good. So I trimmed down St. Boniface, and I'm gonna put him in the next page after our fact page. We put St. Boniface. Take out our glue. So there's two legends. The legend that he cut down a tree because he was so mad that people were treating the tree as God. And then the other legend or story is that he was walking through a forest and he saw the tree, the stars glowing through the trees, and he just thought it was so beautiful. And that's how we got the Christmas tree tradition. All right, so now if you have this in there, you can close your book up and you're done with that for right now. Now, normally this time is time for snack. So if you want to stop the video, have a snack, and then we normally go outside for a half hour. So it's time to take a snack break and a little recess break. And then when you're all done with that, then you can start video 3. And it's gonna be a messy video, so you might wanna talk to mom about where you can make a mess. Maybe the kitchen table, maybe she wants to put maybe a plastic cloth down. It's gonna be a little bit messy, so you need to talk to mom about where can I do this next part with Mrs. Rapp. It's gonna be a little bit messy, mom, okay? And also really wash your hands. Wash your hands, set up a nice place that we can do a messy project, okay? So enjoy your snack, have a nice little recess, and then I will see you for video number 3. Bye-bye.